Good morning, Web Spiders. It's Tuesday, November 27th, 2018, and it is cold out there. I hope you had your hats and your gloves today because it was frigid. Unfortunately, I don't think that's as cold as it's going to get this whole year. We do have a recess policy, so let me remind you that if it's 25 degrees or if it feels like 25 or higher, we go outside. Today, it's a little bit less than that, about 22. I'm not sure what it'll be at recess time, though. If it's above 25, you go outside. So you need to make sure that you have a hat and gloves and a warm winter coat. Now, there are winter coats by the recess door that you can borrow, you know, if you didn't have yours today. And we do have extra hats and gloves in the clinic. If you just need a set, like if you or your parents haven't had time to buy one this year, set for you, I bet we could hook you up. But I don't want you going outside in the cold, unprepared for the weather. Again, 25 and up, we go outside. Remind your parents of that too. I know that Mrs. McLean was putting that in our monthly newsletter just so that they know fresh air is good for you. And it does not hurt to be out in the cold if you're bundled up. Okay, you should be playing. And I've got a Herbert over here, and they play outside all the time because I see her outside all the time. So cold or warm, right, McKinley? Cold or warm, you're outside playing, aren't you? Pretty much, for a little while anyway. You guys, almost always. She lives right down the street here. Okay, bucket fillers. Bryson Elston gets a bucket filler from Mrs. Honeycutt and Mrs. Vaught because Bryson has been kind and loyal friend to somebody who is feeling left out. It warms my heart to see him protect his buddy. Bryson, that is what it's all about. If you can help somebody feel good when they're feeling bad, if you can stick by someone when maybe someone else is excluding them, that is family. And at Webb, I hope we're a family. To Victoria Sizemore from Mrs. Honeycutt, Victoria has been working so hard in spelling and reading. She is making so much progress, and I am proud of her efforts in math as well. So reading, spelling, and math. Keep working hard, Victoria. Yes, did I mention she gives the best hugs? Way to go, Miss Victoria. Fill in Mrs. Honeycutt's bucket. And to Tristan Gerhardt from Mrs. Cave, Tristan saw trash on a friend's desk, and he threw it away for them. He is always helpful. Whoop, whoop. Way to go, Tristan. I love it. I did check birthday lists. We didn't have any birthdays in the web today. But I do want to think about that attitude of gratitude. So let's see if there's anything I haven't shared with you because we got a few days left in the month of November. How can you practice gratitude? Start by thinking about both small and big things that you're fortunate to have. Things you may take for granted, like having clean water, food, a bed, clothes. How about shoes on your feet? Mrs. Bartram and Mrs. Andrews remind us every day there are a lot of people in the world that don't even have shoes on their feet. Do you have shoes? If you need shoes, don't we have a cabinet full of shoes to give to you? Is that something that you can be thankful for? I think so. Take a look around and make a note of how lucky you are to have a family, friends, a school, even a pet if you have a pet at home who adores you. Pets just want to make us happy. That's what's so great about pets. Reflecting on how grateful you are for the simple things in life will not only make you more appreciative of the world around you, but may also have a positive effect on others. So just stop for a second, look around the room, look at yourself, and you find something to be thankful for. Bet you can. I bet you can. All right. At this time, I'm going to turn the camera over to my guests. Here they are. Let's start right here. Introduce yourself. Tell us what class you're from.
My name is Jared Nicholas from Mrs. Rector. My name is Big Debbie from Mrs. Rector's class. Hayden Bingham from Mrs. Rector's class. Lexi Martin from Mrs. Rector's class. McKinley Herbert from Mrs. Rector's class.
And if you would please stand and push your chair in. At this time, we're going to have a moment of silence. Before we get to the pledge today, I want to remind you about yellow bracelets because NWEA testing is starting for some classes today. Now, from now until the middle of December, first graders, second graders, third graders, and fourth graders will be taking their NWEA. and we look at where they started at the beginning of the year, and we see where they are in the middle of the school year. And if you're growing, guess what you could get?
A yellow boy.
A growth bracelet, right? I just spit. I was so excited. Oh. Anyway, a growth. I would love to see every web spider with one of these yellow bracelets on. Wouldn't that be awesome? Because that shows me that you took your time, you tried your best, and then you knocked my socks off with your growth. That would be so awesome. So I hope, teachers, that you're going to use those yellow bracelets when kiddos are knocking your socks off. And I know your teachers will be thankful for your growth. How about that? Since Aiden is in the middle, you guys predicted it, right? I'll have you hold the flag. And at this time, we will say the pledge. Here we go. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I love that. Now, because I interrupted our moment of silence, I don't think we had one.
One moment.
Yeah, okay,
Oh, yeah.
So let's have our moment of silence. Okay. How do you know if you grew on NWEA? You got to know what you scored in the fall, right?
Yep.
Right. So in your data binder, a lot of you have that information. But if you can't find your number and what your goal or your target is for this year, make sure you ask your teacher. Because if you knew that you scored a 172 and you should score a 184 by the end of the school year, then you know what you're shooting for, right? You know to slow down and to try your best. And then when you finish the test, you automatically know if you grew or not without your teacher having to tell you. So look in your data binders and see where you were at the beginning of the year. And if you're not sure, ask your teacher. So when you go into that computer lab, you know how hard you need to work to show growth, okay? All right, let's do our creed and have a terrific Tuesday. Here we go. I am a member of the Webb family. I take pride in myself and my school. I promise to do these things every day. I will only say positive things about myself and others. I will respect and trust others. I will insist on giving my personal best. I will discuss and listen actively. I will expect and give truth and honesty. I am glad to do my part to make Webb School a place where everybody is somebody special. Late breaking announcement. Yesterday, our Reading Counts Challenge started. Now, I was talking with Mrs. Harris. We came up with this, Mrs. Harris really came up with this great idea to reward you in short increments for your growth. So every grade level has a target number of points starting yesterday. So it doesn't matter if you have 150 points right now, you haven't earned anything in this challenge. From yesterday till the end of the challenge, you have so many points that you have to earn in Reading Counts, and then you get a special prize, okay? So ask your teachers if you're not sure. I want to say it was 15 Reading Counts points for second grade and third grade. Fourth grade's a little bit different because they have to pass the Wonder Book and then get 10 more points in addition to the Wonder Quiz, and then it's different points for kindergarten and first grade, okay? So check with your teachers. Take those Reading Counts tests, and then hopefully you will meet your point challenge and get your big reward. That sound good? Okay. Make it a great day in the Webb Spiders. Make sure you are
doing it right.
Have a great day. You guys can give a wave if you want to.
Yeah.